Yes, sir. Yeah, I just can't sleep, man. So I decided, why not? Why not? Yeah, it's kind of late too. What time is it? Let's see. Yeah, it's not gonna be a long stream, honestly. I just, yeah, just one of those days, man. How you doing, Comic Land? Any new pickups for you? I'm looking for some stuff here too. Let's see. Okay, there you go. All right. Any of you guys picking up this Spider-Man? I'm looking at the Spider-Man home suit version right now. It looks pretty good. Most likely won't pick this up. Yeah. Alabama Wyatt, what's going on, man? No, I am actually pretty I don't even know the price of this Jimi Hendrix, man. It looks pretty sweet. I mean, I don't know how much did they say how much is it gonna be for? Because I remember back in the day, and this was old school. I forgot only a customizer had this, and it was going on for like a lot of money. I remember what is Clipper King actually reviewed this maybe like 5 years ago or so. Not this figure, it's the one made by Sarang, I believe his name is. He's a customizer. Um, yeah, I mean, I how much do you want to guess, Wyatt? I mean, man, it's rooted here. It's from Blitzway. And they know the price for this. I think there's one customizer with two head sculpts back then. It was like 2 grand though. Um, if I had to guess, because it's DX, I would say 350 maybe. Because it's rooted here. You know what? You're right. Maybe 350 or 320. If I had to guess, and it's gonna be limited. Um, I hope you're right though. I hope it's 250. I mean, it looks great, man, and it's something new. That's what I love about this release. Let's put it up here while we're at it. Um, let's see. I hope you're right, Wyatt. I hope it's 250. I was gonna. Let's see. Oh, not this one. That's a Spider-Man. No, nope. Let's stop sharing that. It's not what I want to do. There you go. Here you go. Again. God damn it. Okay, I think it's the second one right here. There you go. I mean, look at that outfit right there. It's embroidered. Oh man, how can I make this big? That looks really nice. I mean, nice head sculpt as well. You can tilt it up, you can tilt it down. I mean, there's so many options that you can do with this head sculpt. That is beautiful. Let me see. And I love the ballsy approach of Blitzway on this one. This is like from the left field. That no one's expecting this. I don't know how much they're gonna sell though. I hope they do sell a lot because I love when companies takes risk. This is pretty risky, and I would definitely get this one if it's not ridiculously priced. And by ridiculous, I mean like $500. I don't see them doing that because it's mass produced. But if they're taking notes from like the custom before, man, they can price this at 500. I think it's still gonna fly. Ooh, that is nice. I mean, look at the accessories. You got the guitar, a mic stand. What is that? Okay, and see, it's like shoes. You got the stand, and then the hat is a special edition. Pre-order from July 1st to August 31st. Wow, Blitzway coming through. Yeah, I like this. I like this. It'll be a weird thing on my collection though, because I don't know if you guys remember Molecule 8 when they did John Lennon. That wasn't bad. It's just that Molecule 8 was It was a scam company. They didn't scam the collectors. They scammed, I guess, the whoever it is that who do they scam? Their shareholders and whatnot. So what's up, Danny? Hey, Drippy, what's going on? Daddy, yeah, Molecule 8, man. It's classic. I think they didn't pay their sculptor, and K.A. Kim was one of them. This would be a nice pair to John Lennon, just for music. And then if you have like if you did have Michael Jackson from Hot Toys back in the day, I'm pretty sure that's expensive now. But then, man, that Molecule 8, I think that was licensed too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was licensed too. Um, yeah, K.A. Kim got screwed. A lot of people got screwed. Apparently, this is the MO of that guy. This I don't even know if it's the CEO of Molecule 8. They have so much promise, man. Even the John Lennon wasn't badly priced. It was $300 with two bodies or just one. They're talking about their body, but it was a scam to begin with. There's no support now. I think they're still selling it at Sideshow. Let's see. But yeah, this Jimi Hendrix right here is really nice. Um, Molecule 8. Type in their name. Oh, there you go. The John Lennon. This was on sale at one point at Big Bad. Oh, you get 50 off. Look at that. What? I mean, see, it's not bad. It's not terrible for 250. They're saying like the hands wasn't I mean the stand looks good too. I believe this was magnetized, this stand. So they did some pretty good things. It's just that they didn't go through. I believe he got like a second outfit as well. So, oh, they're giving me 15 off. Look at that. How generous of Sideshow. Alrighty. And then the other release, Danny, where were you Monday, man? Me and Mario and Rogue One 6th, we were watching it. It was kind of funny, but all right, so let's take a look at this Spider-Man as well. I wish you were there. That was one of the reasons why I went online today. Let's see. I don't have like a show sheet, but oh, by the way, so Danny and everyone here, Wyatt, Comic Land, Saturday, that is when we're gonna do a co-stream with the Collecting Weekly guys. So that's probably gonna be 10 Central Standard Time. So I know it's pretty much late today, but Comic Land, yes, I did have. Yeah, it's on Big Bad Toy Store right now. I don't even know how it works. Does it? I think it's not priced too badly. I forgot how much it's priced for, but let's see. Deadpool. Oh, $100. Okay, so it's not bad. It looks like the eyes do work. Like, okay, this looks kind of fun. You shake them, and let me see. I'll put it up here. It's $100. Okay, I mean, I guess you could spend more horrible things for $100. Let's make this okay. Here you go. 99. Does anyone have this already? Is this? I know it's like set on September. Okay, let's take this out. Yeah, this looks fun. I mean, after that, I don't know where to put it though. You just got ahead. I mean, you can put it in a fridge, I suppose, and yeah. All right, I'm sold. I'm gonna get one. This looks really stupid, but hey, I'll get it. I mean, his eyes works. Let's see the features. For ages 18 and up. Oh, over 600 phrases. Oh, there's an app and multiple sensors and motors for expressive movement. Okay. Need batteries, head, and instructions. Okay. I'm in. Definitely in. Okay, so that's cool. Tommy Man, he wants it for his birthday. Yeah, you can talk to it, I suppose. You can have a chat with it. And then one more. Man, I'm moving quickly today. 11 minutes. All right. So I don't know if you guys are gonna pick this up. This Spider-Man. It looks. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look like it. It is the old Spider-Man. I like that Spider-Man. I didn't love this Homecoming suit. The only thing I like about this Homecoming suit is this is where you can actually pose Spider-Man without any fear of tearing the suit because it's fabric. Um, is this better than the first Homecoming version? I Well, basically, you replace the head sculpt with this drone, which is a pretty cool looking drone. It's also a bit more expensive. Personally, if you ask me, I would love the head sculpt more because it's more unique. It has the battle damage on it. I see where you can use this drone for poses and whatnot. I can see the appeal, but personally, I'd rather have the head sculpt. I mean, it looks good. The pictures are looking good. I don't think anything is new on this release. I actually just sold mine, and yeah, I'm not planning to buy this. Yeah. There's so many Spider-Mans out there that I just really need. I got currently this advanced suit from PS4. I got the this guy right here from the Iron Spider and Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I think that's all I need for now. From what I heard from while I was watching the Collecting Weekly, guys, this looks like a cardboard insert that is really cheap. So I guess that's just a throw in, I don't know why. I don't know why they even do that. Just I mean, if it's not going to be quality, don't even put it in there because you're selling a $260 figure and you're going to put something like cheap like that. I mean, really. I mean, especially for something like this who does not have a head sculpt. And we're going to go to that. I mean, good pictures and all that stuff. Let's see. Yeah, Danny says, yeah, this is the best to post. Absolutely. Because like I have the advanced with Spider-Man, which I heard is also not bad to post because it heals itself. But it's still a bit scary. This guy has never left this post since I got him. I'll do some tricky posts every once in a while. What's going on, Egg? Nice avatar there too. 8-bit. Oh yeah, I told man, I hope he comes in today. John, he's supposed to get the Man of Steel tomorrow, and I'm getting it from his store. I'll put the link of his store down here. Trying to support one of our guys here. Cool guy. And he gets the Man of Steel earlier than Big Bad. So I know some guys who pre-ordered it on Sideshow is already getting that Superman from Justice League. I still want to get one. Okay, so okay, Egg. All right. It's a whole lot to digest there. Danny, where's Mario, man? Okay, Egg says poop. It's very active, Egg. I like that. Like you're getting the chat going. All right, so I'm having maybe I'll put a poll there. I am tempted to get the end game. Guys, my last figure that I bought was what do you call that? Killmonger, and I believe that was back in March. I'm getting a withdrawal right here. All the ones that I released so far, and is just random things. So I'm due for a new figure. I'm debating whether I'm gonna get Thanos tomorrow, and but I'm debating whether I'm gonna get, and I'm really tempted to get that Captain Marvel. The thing is, on Big Bad, the one that's available is the non-deluxe, so it kind of sucks. Because the deluxe version is only $23 more than non-deluxe version. The problem is, should I wait? Because I'm really itching for a figure right now, and man, it's probably an impulse buy, but I did buy Aquaman from the Solo movie. I'm probably gonna regret that. it's yeah, I'm just having a withdrawal right now. So I got a coupon from Sideshow. I don't know if you guys do that. Sometimes you got a coupon that's about to expire, and you look around for and you convince yourself that you're getting a deal, even though it's probably a horrible decision to go through. But hey, Lanky, what's going on? Who's Dean? Lanky, are you talking about Dean from Collecting Weekly? So yeah, um, I don't know I might go for the end game, but that's like 2 years from now. Their suit is probably the same one as Spider-Man right here, but we'll see. I don't know. Let me know if oh, D Knight. Okay. Is it because no, it's I don't know what time is it in UK now. It's probably early morning because I know D Knight does his live streams in different occasions though. He does it I think he does it like Sunday morning on Sunday night or something. So all right. Yeah, dude, Mario's been gone for a few. Now, the reason I'm looking for Mario is this is one of the reasons why I went uh, online today. We were watching. Well, it's not gonna be long. So for the new for the one who just joined in, welcome guys. And so I normally do my live stream on Saturdays, but next Saturday will be a good one. So tune in there because I'm gonna have the Collecting Weekly guys. So awesome dudes, awesome guys there. So what's up, Marco? Hey, Marco, let me ask you, man. I'm looking for some shirts to represent us. Some Pacquiao shirts. Where can I get one, man? Is it cheaper if you think I import it? Because I still got cousins back home, man. Um, I can buy it on eBay, but they're like $25 each. So, what's up, CK? Oh, Hot Toys announced Holo Mark IV? Really? Okay. Is it just now? I didn't see that. Is it CK? Is that one of those kind of like Tron looking figures? I don't even know what that is. All right, let's see. Man, that's some breaking news by CK. Let's see. I was just on their website not too long ago. Okay. Or in their Facebook page. Oh, there you go. You are absolutely right. They just announced it. Oh, and a Stan Lee as well. Oh my goodness, they just gave me content to talk about today. All right, let's check this one out. It looks good, I suppose. I mean, I got Mark IV, so I'm definitely not gonna do this. Let's see. All right, Marco, let me send me the link, man. Hope I can check my cousins out there. All right, let's take a look at this, guys. Let's see. Yeah, there's a Stan Lee too, Comic Land. All right, so this looks good. I'm not a big fan of these Iron Mans, though. I don't know about you guys. I'm not a big fan of the Tron Iron Mans or these. I don't know how much this is gonna be for. Is it diecast? It is Is it diecast? Probably not. I mean, it looks good. It looks unique, but I feel like it's for just Iron Man collectors. It's like specifically for them. Um, I got the Mark IV. This is a Toy Fair exclusive. I remember who was that big collector for Iron Man? I forgot his name. He's not too active anymore. He got a bunch of these that holographic that he had it customized in Hong Kong. Budget Stark, yeah, that is kind of similar to this. I mean, looks good, looks unique. If you're an Iron Man fan, I definitely see the appeal. I'm not that big of an Iron Man fan to get this, but if you are, like I said, I see. Okay, it doesn't come with anything. The base is okay. Let's put it this way. So I'm not a huge fan of. I'm an Iron Man fan, but not that big of an Iron Man fan. I don't think I'm a fan that big of anything to buy something unique. So I like Batman, especially Dark Knight. But if they make DX12 something like this, I wouldn't buy it still. So that's just gives you a perspective on how far am I willing to spend. Okay, so this is the Thor Ragnarok Stanley. Looks pretty good. I like it. When he was the barber. Okay. I like the hand right there. It's a nice character, Stan Lee. I guess if you're a huge Stan Lee fan, I suppose, because if you are a big Stan Lee fan, I'm assuming you already got the first one, the one where he was sitting on a chair. You got the one from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And this might be a bit overkill if you still get this, but hey, it's unique. It's Toy Fair exclusive. If you have I guess, a Thor Ragnarok theme display, I suppose you can get this. Other than that, this might this might look odd in your collection. So, uh it doesn't come with much. I don't even know what that is. What is this thing right here? I don't remember. I remember the scene where he was just cutting Thor's hair. This looks like a towel or something. But Lanky says Lanky loves the bright color of that Iron Man. It looks good. Yep, Alabama. Yep, Budget Stark. Justin Collection is the one buying everything he does. Good for him. Good for him. I agree, Danny. They might be over. I don't know if they bought his license or his likeness or whatever that they're trying to milk this. But how many Stanleys do you really need in your collection? One might be a good one as a. I don't have any, but I can see if you buy one just to commemorate him. But different characters might be a bit overkill. Yeah, I agree, Danny. Danny says that I think he thinks the spacesuit was a cool idea, and I agree because it's funny. You got the spacesuit, nice base. You can actually, I don't know if you have that, Danny, but can you take off the head sculpt up Stanley and replace it with something else? That would be fun. But okay, 1up6 scale said there's another exclusive that popped up. Oh, there's 3 now. Whiplash. All right, let's take. Oh man, this is wow, this is cool. So I'm okay. Oh, let's take a look at that Whiplash. Okay, so this is Black Widow. Man, Hot Toys is let's see. Oh, I see a Spider-Man as well, 2099. I know a lot of people are. Oh, you guys are right. Okay, so for those who missed out on this Whiplash, eBay is gonna explode right now. Scalpers, you better sell this out now. Let's see. I mean, so there's hope. There's hope for those DX Luke Skywalker and all that stuff, because this is a straight reissue, it looks like. Collect 1/6 collectible figure. Hey, for those who missed it, good for you. Who really wants this one? Like I am happy for those guys because they don't have to pay a fortune now just to get this figure. What's up, John? Hey, man, you gotta let me know tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's the big day. Alabama says Hot Toys is going ballistic. Yes, they are. All right, let's take. Oh man, it looks like there's better texture now on this head sculpt. I don't know. I never had this figure, so I'm just happy for those guys who missed out on this one. So, I mean, am I personally going to buy this? No, I don't even have the Mark V. Had I had a Mark V, I would have bought it. But I had the diecast Whiplash as well, and I sold it for like $250 back in the day. it was taking a lot of space in my. This is their chance to make this a light up feature, but I guess they didn't. Uh, okay, the base is a recycled base from Terminator again, and Mark 7, I guess, for the seventh time. But I'm did they even put reissue in here? Because this is, well, the only thing that changed, it looks like, is the base. But okay, let's see, is there any okay, there's no description. I want to see what they're gonna write on this Whiplash, but let's take a look at this Spider-Man 2. This looks nice. I must agree. This looks like a Toy Fair exclusive. Man, that looks great. The suit, it looks like it's one of those advanced suit Spider-Man, so I'm not a bit worried of it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know the story about this Spider-Man. I never read his comic books. This 2099. So, wow. Okay. All right. I mean, the Stanley was definitely gonna be a pass. I might get that Whiplash. This guy, yeah, this would be a pass for me too. As much as I find the design really nice, I'm not a big fan of anything that doesn't have a head sculpt, honestly. This one is a definite pass. I got the diecast version. Maybe if there's enough traction in here, maybe I'll get it. Or maybe if I can, you know what? I think they would rack up more money, honestly, if they announce a reissue of Mark 5 and Mark 6 alongside this guy. You know what? While you're at it, while you're reissuing, guys, reissued his diecast suit anyway. You know, that's one way to make money out of this. So let's take a look. All right, John, he's getting fed up of Iron Man. I know, man. It's either Iron Man or Spider-Man. Those are the two common things that you're going to see nowadays. And Lanky does not like the likeness. I agree. This is an old sculpt. They could have updated it, really, but I guess it's cheaper just to get that in. And Danny says he might be interested in Spidey. Yeah, it looks good, Danny. I'm not going to lie. That looks good. And Danny says Hot Toys is getting their money's worth with that street base. Hell yeah. They already molded it, so you might as well keep on doing it. They did it with, I think they did it first with Terminator, if I'm not mistaken. So Terminator with a pipe bomb, and then Mark 7. I don't even know who else, but hey, keep getting that money. John, Superman will be here tomorrow. John, I did have the BVS. I sold it in preparation for this this Superman that I'm really excited about. I'm gonna PayPal you tomorrow. By the way, I'm gonna get paid tonight at midnight. So, yeah, guys, I'm gonna put the link down below after this show. I'm gonna put the link to John's store. It's awesome store, awesome guy here. Can't wait for that. I can't believe you got that before. Well, I could, because Big Bad Toy Store is slow. All right, and Comic Land was 3 minutes ago. Here you go, Frank. What up, Frank? Man, we gotta. Are we slowing down here in Illinois so you, me, and Mario can actually do it? We need some beer on the 4th. I got some fireworks, so we can do it outside too. Danny says Terminator was first to use that. Yep, I still got that Terminator. One of the better figures that they released. Shafi, yep, Spidey 2099 is a must. Man, I love your avatar too. And Lenky says he's more fed up with the Star Wars from Hot Toys because almost every company has Star Wars figure. No offense to Star Wars fan. There was a point where all we've seen is Star Wars. Now it feels like Marvel all over again. There's a lot of Marvel fan here, so I'm happy. You know, I like Star Wars. I don't love Star Wars. I actually love Marvel more than Star Wars, but I'm happy for anyone who can get their dreams fulfilled with his figures. Okay. CK says Stanley came with Thor's hair. Okay, all right, CK. Thanks for verifying that. Why? Oh, don't worry. I'll create a video if you guys wanted to. Because on the live stream I can't really put my. I gotta process this. This reviews and not reviews. This previews. I'll probably put 4 videos or just one video regarding this exclusives as well. But John says, you see the Primeman, Balrog, and Gandalf photos. Curious the price once it goes pre-order. If I get Primeman, that's going to be it. Man, John, you are going hard with this Lord of the Rings, man. You are going hard with this. I saw your post like looking for Asmus collectibles. I am proud of you. I think that Elrond really pushed you over the edge, huh? Frank says, I agree. Yes, sir. We got to do it. Comic Land says Star Wars is amazing and Marvel is amazing 50-50. Yeah, you know what? Everyone happy, man. I'm happy for Star Wars fan, happy for Marvel. I don't think it's one or the other, honestly. So if they're pumping out, I'm personally not a big Star Wars fan. I'm a casual Star Wars fan. I love their characters. They make terrific figures out of it. I just could relate more to Marvel and DC. But with that being said, if they can make some boxing figures too, I'll get that, but I know they won't. Most likely Storm Collectibles will, but they suck. But yeah. Okay, Frank says, how do you guys feel about the new Black Widow? Frank, are you gonna pick that up yourself? I'm thinking of picking up that myself. I think it looks great. The head sculpt, I think the head sculpt is the same. It's the hair that is different. Because if you look at the head sculpt of this awful hair-looking Black Widow here, you see Scarlet in there. It's just the hair is throwing it off. Would I get that? I'll be really cautious, though, because we got a new Black Widow coming out, a solo movie, and that might be a better sculpt, and it looks like the costume, the outfit is pretty much the same. When it comes to characters like Black Widow or Captain Marvel, maybe Hawkeye, Ant-Man, to me, they're like B characters. They're not like Iron Man, which I need to get every single one, or at least the good ones with them. I just need one good one that would represent the character. So even if I take a Black Widow from her own movie and mix them up with my Endgame and Infinity War, I think I can get away with it. Like I'll be okay. I don't need to be uniform. I'm not OCD like that. So I want to get it, but I think I'll hold off. I'll do the waiting game on this one. I can survive without a Black Widow, a decent Black Widow for a while. Lanky's asking any new figure from Star Ace. Lanky, no. I wanted to get the bride, not get it. I emailed them to send it, hopefully send it to me. But they said they have gotten not so good feedback from reviewers. I wanted to work on it, honestly. I wanted to get that figure and maybe rework the hair. Frank knows this guy who does hair really good. Maybe a new touch up on the paint, but I'm not that big of a Kill Bill fan anyway, so I'm not gonna push for it. Danny says to John that Prime 1, Balrog, and Gandalf is going to look nice. I'm sure they will. Marvel own Hot Toys. They do. I don't know. Marvel owns anything apparently at this point. John is surprised. No more Empire Strikes Back 40 yet. So many opportunities where the money is right now. Yeah, I agree with Star Wars. So Hot Toys revolves around 3 things right now. Marvel, Star Wars, and Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man's technically Marvel, but the video game is the one that they're pushing more. So Frank says he's thinking to get the rooted hair. Frank, are you thinking about this one, the blonde one, or are you thinking about getting the Endgame Black Widow? Don't root that one. I think it looks already great with just the head sculpt. I know your guy does really good rooted hairs, though. I mean, excellent. But I don't think you need to do it this one, honestly. So you can save 200 there. Broly, what's going on, man? Hot Toys Fair exclusive are in. Yes, sir. We just talked about it The Mark IV with Stanley, Spider-Man, and Whiplash. Pretty good releases, honestly. Nothing really, jumps out for me personally, but for some, I'm sure, especially that Whiplash. Frank, I know you're looking for that one, so this is your chance, man. This is your chance. Danny said maybe they will save the Empire Strikes Back. You know what? Do you guys think they will ever do a Slave Leia? I don't think so personally because of Disney, but I'm sure that would get a lot of money, man. They do that in a Feist and body though, no joints. Toy Mafia, as always, what's going on, man? Comic Land says keep up the good stream. Thank you, sir. Dan said Noble, yep. Mark says, what do you think about the War Machine Mark 6? That's a new War Machine. Like Marco, it to me it looks like that War Machine Mark 6 feels like the War Machine from Age of Ultron, which is like a stopgap between now and War Machine. Is it Iron Patriot? Yeah. So if you're like bored, you might pick it up. It's up to you. If you're a War Machine fan, go ahead and pick it up. But I personally wouldn't, since I got the Mark. Is that Mark IV? That to me is War Machine. He's beefy, got a lot of guns. This War Machine Mark 6 feels like skinny jeans. It's not bulky. He just have one gun, and he's like tight. Yeah. No skinny jeans for me. Yeah. Danny says, yeah, stream hop. Yep. Danny, I was gonna do it tomorrow, but Knickknack is gonna do his. Knickknack changes his schedule, man. I thought it was Tuesday. Not trying to run into any stream these days, but. And Danny says, no way Disney will axe that Slave Leia. I agree. Disney, they got some reputation to take care of. Raul, you said do this exclusive, including SDCCs are for sale at Sideshow. Honestly, I think it's only at Sideshow. Yeah. Since there's no convention right now, because sometimes, correct me if I'm wrong, I've never been into any convention. So, Danny, Frank, let's do it, man. I've never been into one. SDCC, New York Comic Con. It's pretty sad that I haven't been in one. That's what happens when you got 3 kids and stuck at home. But I always wanted to. I know I talked to PJ. Hopefully not this year, obviously, but one of these days I'll get in there. I'll get in. CK Lim says Jazz Inc. diorama Batmobile. Man, isn't that like the 1300 one? I sold my Tumblr to my guy, Mario, for 5 something. He's my guy. I'm not gonna. But it's the I just don't have the space. Even if I wanted to, CK. Yeah, just not gonna happen, man. It's gonna be hard. And plus the price, they're gonna kill me if I did that. I was mentioning earlier that I was kind of like in a drought when it comes to buying figures. I've never bought one since Killmonger, and that was like maybe 4 months ago. I'm like a drug addict now. Like I'm like scratching if I haven't bought anything. So I think I went a little crazy. I wouldn't say that because I always wanted to pick up Superman, which John would provide tomorrow. And then my pre-order for Thanos is coming tomorrow too. So that's $500. And then I got Aquaman. I picked that up, the solo version. Probably a mistake, but whatever. And then I'll do I'm thinking about getting Captain Marvel, but Endgame is around the corner. And with Captain Marvel, my saving grace for me picking up the Endgame was the gauntlet, because I was hoping that I can use that gauntlet for my Endgame Thanos, because I didn't pre-order the battle damage. I wanted to cancel my pre-order at Sideshow, but now I have to pay taxes because you're just going to pre-order it. And then I got a coupon, and then I got like some, something. They messed up one of my orders, so they gave me like $50, I think, towards that. So I'm gonna lose around $100, which is not gonna happen. So I'll stick with the end game Thanos instead of the battle damage one. But from Rocket, it looks like the gauntlet would not fit on Thanos. So there goes my hope for giving my Thanos a gauntlet, the nano gauntlet. So I might just go with a regular Captain Marvel because I find the two head sculpt really nice. So we'll see. We'll see. Litya, what's going on? My Mark 6 came in, and let me tell you, I've done more with it than any collector. I've taken it to rooftops. Man, lighting fireworks up behind it to give a nice effect since I do toy photography. Well, good for you. I'm glad you're having fun with it. It's a really nice figure. How much did you pay for it? Because I remember we're talking about that. Did you pay $900 for it? I mean, it's a nice figure. It really is. But maybe don't do fireworks because you might hit it, and it's an expensive figure. Just do Photoshop, man. That's what I do. Photoshop it, get a neutral background. With Iron Man, it's easy because they're all red, so you can get a gray one. Don't get a black one or a white because the highlights get to it. But I know some photographers wanted the actual effects, and I respect that. The practical effects, that's awesome. I follow this guy in Instagram where everything's practical. He got the smoke can that he does. I do everything on Photoshop. I'm in a controlled lighting too. So, but hey, man, this is what collecting is for. Have fun with the figures, and kudos to you, man. All right, let's see more here. Frank, we have to set it up, man. We do. Are you okay now? Are you comfortable doing it? Because I think Mario is. If you are, we can make it happen like after July, like maybe third week of July. I'll be off work, so. And Danny says, haven't been into SDCC in... Danny, aren't you in California? Like over 10 years. Ever since it's got too big and packed. Is it expensive, Danny? Forgive my ignorance here. I've never been into one, so I don't know how much does it cost to get there. So CK says, I kept my Justice League Aquaman and sold the solo movie one. Hopefully better sculpt and body and Aquaman too. You know what, CK? I feel like I'm going to do the same. I heard terrible things about this solo movie, Aquaman, and I don't know. You know what? It's one of those things where I rewatch the movie because there's, nothing to watch. I just kind of like, in my head, I was like, okay, this is the OG suit. It looks good representing him, but if you can't move an item, I typically hate those figures. Now you're making me regret my purchase, man. You're making me regret it, CK. That's all right. I'll give it a chance. I'll review it. I can probably still sell it down the line. We'll see. I'll keep it for now. And Danny says, but I'm willing to go again because of all the cool people I've gotten to communicate with the 1/6 collecting and community. Danny, if I'm going, you gotta go. That's just you and Mario. You guys are both from California. You guys gotta go. Danny says, like a huge meetup. Yep, dude, we should do that, especially maybe next year. Yeah, because I don't think anything's going to happen this year or any traveling this year would be difficult to do. Frank says, battle damage one is way better. I agree, Frank. The Thanos, I'm just unfortunate for me that they applied all my credit and they can't refund it back. That's the problem. So instead of losing $100, I'll just swallow it, and maybe, just maybe, I'll own 3 Thanos. I don't know, because I'm not getting rid of my Infinity War Thanos because I actually like that movie better. So maybe I'll get rid of that Thanos in the future. Who knows? Francis will look iconic with battle damage Iron Man. I agree, man. I agree. And Leggy says, I'm glad you had slot of good time with that Iron Man. Blitz Zevia. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, man. Blitz Eva. Every time I buy Godzilla figures, I do a lot of fun poses with my Godzilla toys. Yeah, guys, have fun with this. At the end of the day, they're toys. Um, Linky knows this. I told him I like taking. Not all of them goes into my Instagram. Sometimes I'll I'll take a picture of them fighting. Uh, you know, be creative with them. I know Frank does a lot of custom work with them. Don't just buy them and sit them on the shelf, because what happens is when you do that, you just look forward to the next figure. Enjoy it. Just mix it up a little bit. Turn your display over. Rotate them, because otherwise, once you get one, you're just on to the next one. So that's just one way to, however you want to enjoy the man. Daily life of Calf. Which new releases are you looking forward to the most? I would say the one that that's shipping right now. I would say Ronin. I just like the head sculpt. I know a lot of people doesn't. They keep on saying that this puffy cheeks or the eyes, and I see it, but I don't know. Just excited about that. Comic Land says I might do a video today on my channel. I'm looking forward to that, Comic Land. You should do that. And Danny says, yes, California is expensive, I am sure. I think Star Wars Celebration might be easier. Danny, where is Star Wars Celebration? Is it always in Chicago? Does that rotate? I don't know. Again, let me know, because if it's in Chicago, man, I got you. Me and Frank got you, man. Damn, SDCC, you have to book rooms a year in advance. Sounds like a lot of work. Not willing to do that. We'll see. With work and it's kind of hard, but I'm on. Hey, I'm on. CK Lim says, yeah, wanted to get at least one original Aquaman, but gonna let go that as I'm building the Justice League team. PS, I ordered the Jazz Inc. Batmobile. Good for you, man. Take a picture of it. Send it to me on Instagram or something. I would love to see it. Take a video. When are you gonna get it, CK? I know Jazz Inc. is getting some interviews left and right here, so. Oh, Danny says it changes every 2 years. He's talking about the Star Wars Celebration. That sucks. I was hoping I'll be in Chicago, so I don't have to travel. I can give you a tour in Frank, since my ride is really awesome. I want to have one of these rides where it's a minivan. Yeah, it's a minivan. I got a minivan. So Lanky says, optical, can I send you some photos example on Instagram later sometime? Of course, Lanky. You can always send those pictures. I love getting them. Danny says Anaheim again in LA. Man. Blitz says, what do you do for a living? Don't gotta answer. Just a curious subscriber. Oh, I have a job in finance, which I'm probably gonna quit soon. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna quit that. Thinking about it, but probably not. CK says August is shipping. Danny says, yeah, that's why I don't do SDCC anymore. Austin, what's up, Austin? Yeah, I love that Black Panther. Austin, you were in oh no, I saw you, Austin, in Collecting Weekly. Hey man, you got to be there on Saturday, Austin. Collecting Weekly, guys, is gonna be here on this channel on Saturday at 10. See, I'm plugging the heck out of it. I love those guys, man. Good guys. Danny says too much commitment on SDCC. I agree, man. That sounds like a lot of work. I just want to get in, get out. But this sounds like a you gotta plan this in advance. And my life, I don't even plan my live stream. So I'm not that type of guy. We'll see. But you gotta admit, guys, I would some of you guys are overseas, and I would love to hang out with every single one of you. So that would be nice. And CK says she is sure it'll take a while because I bought a house and renovation will take 6 months. Oh man, CK, how many figures do we have? See, this is what I'm scared about. We live in a small house in Chicago, and Frank has been here. So I don't have a collection room. It's in the basement, and these guys are in walk-in closet. And we're planning to move at some point, but the move is scaring me. Because imagine moving 100 40 1/6 scale figures. Luckily I kept all their boxes, but man, how do you move them? You buy a mover? What if they just throw the boxes? Should I get a U-Haul or something? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And CK says, including my custom cabinet for toys. Man, that would be sweet. You got to take it once it's all done, CK. I'm sure it'll be all worth it. And take a picture and post it. You got to post it. Lanky says, you guys are excited for SDCC. Not really, Lanky. I just wanted to be in one. Austin says, cool. I'll be there Saturday. I appreciate that. Lanky says you have pretty good electric bills at all those light in the room. Lanky, honestly, this is all battery. So my batteries are rechargeable. So just a pro tip here. If you're running out, well, not these guys. At least the base is hooked on electricity, but get some rechargeable batteries. Get rid of the wires. Everything looks good. Damn, CK 50 to 70, including pre-orders. And Danny says, the movers are going to play with my hot toys. They probably will. Yeah. Or throw it around. Erwin Torres says, get a U-Haul. Yep. That's it's probably what they do. I haven't moved in years. So CK says told his wife he's going to stop at 100. You can always sell back, CK. Sell it, and now you're under 100 again. So Comic Land says he'll be there too. Lanky, I think he has 50 to 70 in pre-orders, including pre-orders. Man, 50 to imagine 70 pre-orders. My goodness, you beat Justin there. Yeah, Frank, you just moved. So reboxing 100 figures I'm sure it is fun. I'm sure it's stressful too, setting up everything, but it's fun because I saw your man cave now, Frank. It looks pretty nice. Danny, don't let him touch it. Dude, I got some bad news for you, Danny. Somebody actually bought my Chewie in hand. So I got to find a new mascot, which is not hard to do. So, yeah, I can't believe a good friend of mine just bought a Chewie in hand. So Austin said he got his Hulkbuster Deluxe 2 weeks ago. He's looking forward now to Mark 85 Endgame cap and Spider-Man Far From Home figure. Now, Austin, are you gonna retire after all these figures? Okay, Spider-Man Far From. Okay, the suit version. Me too. Yeah, I like those guys. Danny says, "Oh, why, Danny? I've been trying to sell those guys forever. Honestly, I just didn't. It's not that because it's bad. I just didn't feel a connection with them. So I feel like they're taking up space." I sold like 10 figures this weekend. A good buddy of mine just gave me money and says, give me figures. I just picked figures and gave it to him. I think he's just going to trade it up, honestly, to some random collector as well. So, but yeah, I built up space again. So I sold some Age of Ultron figures. I sold my Nick Fury. I know me and Frank were like looking for Nick Fury back in the day. But yeah, it's like Nick Fury. He sounds good in theory, but boring as hell. Really boring figure. Lex says, can't wait to see your new place. Lenky, are you talking about I hope you're talking to CK because I'm not moving anytime soon. Well, there's a plan. There's a plan. But I don't think it's going to happen soon, though. CK said, basically, I'm the mover myself. My new house is in a new project in the next street of my parents' house. Okay, so that's convenient. That's always good to go. And Austin says he is not going to retire. Alrighty. So, I mean, damn, I caught up with that chat pretty well. God damn. I am good. All right. So, do you guys watch Rogue 1-6? If you haven't, that's okay. My guy PJ was there last Tuesday, and I know Danny and Danny said he logged in. Danny, did you catch up when PJ and I guess Steve was talking about Hot Toys? That was a pretty interesting take too. So Mario was there and he was laughing. But if you guys haven't seen it, that's all right. So basically, what they're talking about, I think, is so Steve. If you guys haven't seen PJ, he's okay. Danny, you saw it on Rewind. Okay, Austin too. Danny, you saw that when they were talking about it was Steve and PJ. They were going back and forth. I suppose. Basically, Steve was saying we're too hard on hot toys. Is what I got from it, and I don't know what you guys from got from it, but PJ has been I wouldn't even say destroying hot toys lately, but he's being critical of them on his reviews. And I personally love it. Not just with hot toys. He reviewed a helmet, which is I have no business talking about that. Oh, okay. So Dave saw it too. Dave he says it's pretty intense. I think it's getting heated, right, Dave? I'm not Austin. If you saw the Rewind, I think they're getting pretty intense and heated there. But I don't, I don't. When I review something, I don't sugarcoat it, but I don't destroy an item as well. But I think that PJ has some point that Hot Toys released some pretty bad figures lately. And here's what I'm gonna say. It was when they need criticizing or destroying, if you want to call it that way, they deserve it because we gave them high praises too. You can see all the fanboys comes out of the woodwork, and there are a lot of fanboys, honestly. When and John says PJ and Matt have been bashing Hot Toys a lot, sick of all the dumb helmet talk. They've been talking about helmet and statues for a while too, So I'm not gonna lie, I did step away from the Rogue 1/6 for like a couple of weeks because it's all about statues and helmet, which is like I got no business talking about that. I don't know anything about those, so it doesn't interest me too. But they were talking about, so Steve was defending Hot Toys, and I get it. Like I sometimes we criticize them over too much, but he says like every minor things. I wrote something here too. So he said that like a small portion we criticize so much, small portion of Hot Toys that what happens when the big stuff comes in. And I don't know what he's referring of a small portion. I guess they're referring to the puffy cheeks of Hawkeye. Here's what I would say: Hot Toys is in a different league. So for anyone who watches football, and I know Frank does, if Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay Packers, which is one of the best quarterbacks ever, I'm not a Green Bay fan. I'm a Bears fan, so it's hard for me to say that. He threw 4 interceptions last year, and that was considered a bad year for him. So bad that they labeled him declining, that they drafted a quarterback on the first round. And John knows this too. He watches football a lot. So that is Hot Toys. Hot Toys is like the Brady and Aaron Rodgers. They're being held to high standards. Mitch Trubisky threw more interceptions than touchdowns last year. Yes, we did get a new quarterback, and rightfully so, but those are the minor toy makers. So we give so much high praise to Hot Toys that they deserve to be criticized as well. And what they're saying is that no one was saying that they're gonna boycott Hot Toys. I'm sure not gonna boycott Hot Toys. They're the best. They're the best to have ever done 1/6. But I think it's good too that they felt the heat with Ant-Man. I bet they did, because after Ant-Man, the following day, they released a slew of Marvel to bury that Ant-Man. So they, whether they want to admit it or not, they are listening. They probably just, they won't admit it like Asmus. Asmus would come out and say, we messed up on this nose, so we're going to do it. They're not going to redo anything. But I think it's also valid that, you can, like the Jawa, that is not worth $270. The Wicket is a $200 Build-A-Bear figure. Fucking Danny, everyone could use more heads. Fuck Danny, why? I'm on a roll here, man. But yeah, I couldn't. And then Steve said something, and that's where I kind of like just I had to say something. Steve was just like, because I heard somebody said this to me when I was criticizing Toys Era Joker, and I told him that it's the M Toys was better, and he said, "Do you have it in hand?" I was like, "Dude, I don't need to have a figure in hand to say that it's bad. I have eyes." And Steve said he used that phrase on PJ. He said, "Well, you keep on bashing the Ant-Man sculpt. Do you have it in hand?" And then PJ said, "I don't." And he was just like, "Well, some figures are better in hand than in pictures." And then that's where I kind of stepped in and where I said, like, I just commented, and I was just like, if BJ Toy Art can't make this figure look good, no one can. Because if you follow Hot Toys blogs, man, BJ Toy Art is the best. Alex Brooks, um, he could make a mediocre figure looks great. And that Ant-Man, honestly, I'm gonna get that Ant-Man. I will get that Ant-Man because I'd have no Ant-Man. That's the problem. Because even though we're kind of tied into Hot Toys that even though I don't like that head sculpt, I'm still gonna get it because I sold my Ant-Man. I was banking on getting this Ant-Man, and this will be the Ant-Man. But I don't have to get it, but I think it will get a lot of views, so I will get it. But yeah, he doesn't. PJ doesn't need to have it in hand. It's a creepy looking figure. Now, is it badly painted? No. Even that worst smiley face of Ant-Man is still better looking than most 1/6 scale. As creepy as it looks, it's just not up to Hot Toy standards. So, uh, freaking Frank says, "No, Frank, I sold my first Ant-Man, bro. I thought this Ant-Man was gonna be the Ant-Man. I even see John says he's with me. He's okay with it. And honestly, if the two Ant-Mans were cheap, I would go that route, but they're not. They're not. They're more expensive than the newer Ant-Man, regardless of the head. And let's be honest here, as much as we want to pile on that Ant-Man head sculpt, uh, it's not like the second Ant-Man head sculpt is a knockout to that's not a home run either. So that looks like Ben Affleck. And in the first Ant-Man, it's not as good as it looks. You can't move it. You can only do the arms moving forward and back. That's why I sold it. Could I make a stand and not buy an Ant-Man? I could. That's one way of showing it to Hot Toys. Like, F you, we're not gonna take this. That's one way, but I think majority of the collectors think like me, unfortunately. But that's just my take on it. The Ant-Man, it is what it is. It's one of the oddest, and he said something to Steve that we're just not used to smiling sculpt from Hot Toys. And maybe, but that is creepy. Everyone must admit, regardless if you're a Hot Toys fanboy, that is a creepy looking smile because Kobe Bryant, I showed it last week, has a beautiful smile. It's Enter Bay. Shaquille O'Neal has a smiling head sculpted too, and that works as well. So, and that's 1/6, that's Enter Bay. Harley Quinn has a smiling head sculpt, and that looks pretty decent. Joker looks creepy, but it was meant to be creepy, the purple coat Joker. That's just my take on it. He was getting pretty heated with PJ and Matt, I believe, because he was defending Hot Toys. And dude, if you see my comment section, if you guys just go to my feed one day on my phone, a lot of people hates me. I'm not even destroying Hot Toys that much. Not even PJ. I think the criticism are fair. I never said like no one should ever say that they're gonna boycott Hot Toys because Hot Toys is the best. But man, he said that he said those words was like it's a small portion, and Matt said like, what is the big portion then? Because that Ant-Man was pretty big. I mean, it's the head sculpt. That's what we buy from Hot Toys. So, and Danny said not even an orthodontist can save that teeth. I agree. Man, BJ Toy Art can't save that figure. So And let me go back to the and then so Dave says the problem with Ant-Man is they never showed the prototype head. I agree. They still haven't shown Jake Gyllenhaal for Mysterio. And you know what the bad part about that is that they would take our pre-order, our NRD. And if it's bad, luckily they're never in time, so we can cancel it. But imagine if they're on time and we can't, head sculpt is what we buy from Hot Toys. Let's be honest here. Otherwise, if everything's masked, you might as well buy a Marvel Legend. So, uh, oh, that Austin said PJ is a closet Star Wars fan, not a true Marvel fan. Austin, he's selling all his Marvel now. He's always been Star Wars. And Danny said, "Yep, that's what he said." And he loves Marvel X-Men for statues. He does. Um, yeah, I think I read this with John. And Lanky says, "Oh my God, not about having something in hands to see how good it is. It's about how the figure Ant-Man look. Again, facial likeness is very important. Again, Hot Toys need to work on that stuff." And Frank says the head sculpt is garbage. I agree, Frank. Yeah, it's not up to their standards. We can argue about the paint app, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be terrific. Because paint application for Hot Toys is out of this world. But man, we all gotta admit, he looks like a child molester. And Dave says, I think if you send Ant-Man head to a good painter, they can fix the teeth. Maybe, Dave, maybe. I can certainly see a portion of Ant-Man that looks Ant-Man, but that they didn't get the smile, and that's okay. They had a miss. It's okay to I guess criticize them or trash them because the Jawa was bad. We talked about it again. The Ewok was bad. Rocket was, we all know what we're getting from Rocket. It's still overpriced, but and John says Ant-Man Civil War is ugly. John, remember when it was announced, everyone was criticizing that head sculpt that it looks like Ben Affleck. Now it looks like Paul Rudd because of this smiling head sculpt. That's how collector thinks. One day they don't like Anakin Skywalker. The moment it sells out, it's their grail. It's like, what? It's been sitting there for a year. I don't know, man. Austin says the Ant-Man head sculpt looks horrible. What's up with the horse teeth? He looks creepy. I agree, Austin. He looks creepy. Now, the sculpt might be good, the paint might be good, but damn, the execution was bad to a point where it's not a matter of it looks like him or not. It just looks weird and odd. Erwin says, "Do you think they will release a Mark V War Machine in silver and gray colors? Because I don't want to double dip." That's a good question, Erwin. If I had to bet, I would say no. Yeah, or you know what? I think they would. It's a repaint. So, Lanky says, "Bull, I love the smiling head sculpt of Hot Toys Joker 1989 and the Jack Sparrow head." Good point, Lanky. Good point. They're both smiling. Maybe not as big, but they're smiling. Good point. Austin says, "But I also heard on the new Ant-Man figure, the elbow pads comes off very easy." See, there's more, there's problems to it. Luckily, the Ant-Man is only 243. If you don't have the head sculpt, think of it this way, if they announce Ant-Man without the head sculpt and it's still priced 243, would you still pre-order it? You're probably going to be like, what? 243 with one head sculpt? Because that's basically what's happening now. We're buying the Ant-Man with one head sculpt because no one would use that second head sculpt. It's overpriced for 243 with one head sculpt. Let's admit it. But let's take the loss. It's okay. Why? Because both Ant-Mans are more expensive than this Ant-Man. So that's just how I see it. Lanky says, "I wish I had those bright, beautiful teeth from Ant-Man, but not Ant-Man Hot Toys himself." Yep. Comic Land says, "Ant-Man is just not what I'm looking for. I'm not like I really wanted. I think I just wait for it. There could have been a better Ant-Man." I agree, Comic Land. Ant-Man is not important in my collection, honestly. Or Ronin. But I do like Ronin, though. Ant-Man, I can probably wait. So we'll see. I'm not going to go to Toys Wonderland. Or as a matter of fact, I've never been to Toys Wonderland, but Austin says, "I told you weeks back when he was on your channel, he denied it, and now he's coming clean. Amazing." AK, 87 son, have you seen the SDCC 2020 All Marvel? Yes, AK, and they're beautiful. I mean, not for me, but I'm sure somebody else would find those things nice. Frank, are you gonna get that Whiplash? I know you've been in the hunt for that, so I don't know. This is your chance, man. Dave says, "Do you own Enter Bay Jeremy Lin? Such a tough figure to find." I do not, Dave, and I probably won't. No offense to Jeremy Lin, I think he's a good player, but I'm not gonna pay $250 for that. Yeah, but I agree, he's very tough to find. I think they only made so much of that. AK says 2099 Spider-Man, Whiplash, Iron Man, and Stan Lee. Yep, yes, sir. Beautiful, beautiful releases. Collection Obsession. Are you getting Hot Toys Leia with Ewok? I pre-ordered them, but no. That Ewok is too much. $200. That Leia is not that bad. A lot of people are complaining about the elbow joints. Something has to give. If there's no elbow joints, then you can't pose it. So people are complaining about, you're going to complain about that too. I get it. But no, the facial expression just throws me off too. It's kind of like just staring in the blank. So no, I really won't get that. John says, "What's everyone hoping for next releases? They have been pumping them out." John, I'm hoping for the Captain America from Endgame. I have no cap. This is my only Captain America. I sold my Age of Ultron in preparation for that Captain America. So that better be good because I sold a really good figure. Danny Lee says, "Same. I don't care to have Ant-Man on the shelf. I like the movies. I just don't need a figure for him. But I have Ronin on pre-order. I like the character in the comics." I agree, Danny. See, even on the scale of just movies and not the comics, because I don't read comics, Ant-Man was the original Avengers. I'm not Ant-Man. Ronin, Hawkeye. So in retrospect, he's I guess even if you're just a casual collector, he'll make more sense to have than Ant-Man if you only have one room for one figure. So plus Ronin is better. I mean, so much better than Ant-Man. There's certain figures that I can live without. I lived without what is his name from Guardians of the Galaxy, the guy who has a mohawk. He's very expensive. That's one thing that I regret not getting. Yondu. I wish I'd have gotten Yondu so I could have resell him, but not having him in my collection, it's fine. I'm okay. Lanky says, "You should do me a favor. Check out Kamen Rider Black and compare to Ant-Man suit. Just look like those Japanese costume." Lanky, I think I'm familiar with that. I think I saw that at Big Bad Toy Store. Frank says, "What do you think? I was surprised when it was announced. Now I don't have to pay those evil prices." Frank, you should get them. You should get them as soon as they go on pre-order. So you don't have to pay evil Bay prices. Does it look like a figure from 2020? Absolutely not. But do you have a better option? You don't. So it's either you don't get it now or you regret yourself getting it later. The good news about Hot Toys is that if you get something now, the worst thing that could happen to you is you turn around and you lose $50. You can sell it on eBay later on. So get it now, Frank. Dave says, "Your thoughts with Cam Newton signing with the Patriots?" I think it's a high risk, low reward, Dave. I like it for the Patriots and Cam Newton. I don't see Cam Newton being Bill Belichick guy. Honestly, I think he's at some point they're going to implode. Cam Newton is his own thing. He's only 31 years old and he's known for his antics and whatever, but in New England, they have a certain, it's Belichick. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Antonio Brown. Plus, there's a lot of question mark with Cam Newton. So, but it would be interesting to see. See, Cam Newton was available for the Bears to pick, but they went with I forgot his name, the guy from the quarterback from Philadelphia before. So we'll see. I hope it works out for Cam Newton, honestly. Says Danny, "I'm keeping Ronin as a ninja. I have Civil War Hawkeye as my Hawkeye." You can do that, Danny. Doesn't he look like the guy from what's that movie? The one with kids on it. Hit Girl or something? I forget. He does look like that. And Frank says it's a must-have for Frank. Did you sell that the diecast version of Whiplash? Were you able to sell that? Is that you got the Iron Man 2 down pat if you didn't sell that. Erwin says, do you think the Giants will be a good team with all new coaches? You know what, Erwin? Giants are an interesting team, man. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they are a good team. See, they're up in there. They're like the Bears. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a bad team either. That's the beauty of football, man. Unlike basketball, where if one team is stacked and they're going to win it all, football, all you need is one bad day in Super Bowl, and you can lose it all. Look at the Patriots. What, 06? Was that the 16-0 Patriots? It's the beauty of football. Austin says, Ant-Man sucks. He's always been disrespected by everyone in the MCU movies. True. I'm not going to argue with that, Austin. One thing with Ant-Man figure, that's why I want to get him, is you saw the pictures from BG Toy Art. He's so versatile that you can make him like a giant man in an artistic perspective, or like Ant-Man, they can make him really small. So it could, it can cultivate your artistic nature if you're into photography, because there's dynamics. You can make, even though the regular size, you can, blow up some things and it makes it look like Ant-Man. So that's why I want to get one for myself. But yeah, I would live without one. I'll be okay. Nenki says, have you ever thought of making model kits? Nenki, when I was younger, I was making model kits for like airplanes and helicopters. It was fun, with those Tamiya paintbrushes and all that stuff. I just don't have the time nowadays. Marcus says, why there is no Kobe 1/9 if they have a John Wall? I don't know, Marco. I agree. John Wall, that's, yeah. And I don't know, Marco, have you seen all the 1/9? They've been traded. All of them. They're not in the same team outside of Steph Curry. I'm looking at my 1/9 now. Oh, and John and Harden. Oh, you know what? John Wall is still with the Wizards. I keep on forgetting about that. But Melo, LeBron, Westbrook, those guys half of them are now with the same team anymore. Dave says, I'm a Seahawks fan and I don't know what's up with Clowney. Kind of frustrating since our D-line sucks. Yeah, what's going on with Clowney? No one's signing him. This guy, on the NFL, there's only a window where you can get your money, and I don't know what's up with Clowney. I don't know. He should sign with anyone at this point. Anyone with the Seahawks, they got, I mean, what else could you want? That's the Seahawks. I don't know, man. There's some rumors that Clowney was going to sign with Dallas, but then again, everyone's supposed to sign with Dallas anyway. That's the rumors, that Dallas is the Cowboys are like the Lakers of football. Like, everyone's supposed to go there. So who knows? But dude, I love the Seahawks. You got a good quarterback. Did he sign an extension, by the way, Dave? He's I like him. He's a pretty good quarterback. I'm a Bears fan, and we have no direction whatsoever. I don't know if we're going with Trubisky or not. Who knows? I don't know. But I can't wait for football. I hope they don't cancel the season. I hope when does the football starts anyway? Like end of July or early August or something like that. I don't know. There's no sports nowadays. Nothing really to watch. So hopefully football goes through. I don't even know if Madden is going to come out on time. I know movies were pushed back. Wonder Woman is not going to be out till October. October of September, something like that. So, man, this is all we're doing right now is live streaming and watching YouTube videos. And hey, works for me. It's cheap. And all right, what do I got in here? Nothing. There you go. UFC. I forgot about the UFC. Dave says, if Dallas somehow get Jamal Adams, it's over. Dallas is a pretty good lineup, man. I mean, people are sleeping on Dallas, but they're pretty good. John says, I'm getting discouraged that NBA won't start. Not looking good. John, are they final with the NBA? I thought they were going to Orlando and do that thing. I don't know. Toy Mafia says, I got the new Ant-Man because I got what it needs. I agree, Toy Mafia. I'm gonna get the Ant-Man too. As much as I despise that head sculpt, and I hate the notion that I'm giving my money to Hot Toys for a product that they clearly messed up in succession, by the way, I will. That's the problem. I'm part of the problem. Irwin says NFL starts September. Okay, I've already forgot, man. Alabama Wide says UFC. I don't know. Don't you like UFC? Isn't it kind of weird watching them without no crowd? It's kind of weird. But I are they still? I see. I don't want to pay for UFC fights. I never did, or pay-per-view fights. The only pay-per-view that I really watch is boxing. But UFC, I don't know. Like lately, I've been cool with UFC. There's really no marquee star that I wanted to watch, So, I mean, there's still good athletes out there, but there's just no name that I want to follow for whatever reason. John says no sports or movies sucks. It does, John. That's one thing that I miss about this entire situation that we're in right now. Fight Island in July, says Alabama White. Lanky says, which Marvel or DC character would you like to meet in real life? Batman, so he can take me out for a ride, man. And he's rich, so he'll probably buy me a few stuffs. Alabama says you can hear the corners. Oh, nice. Because I used to watch wrestling too back when I was younger. I tune into Raw, and it's weird without crowd, so it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't. Oh, Dave, I was just talking about the WWE. Dave says, have you watched WWE with no crowd? It's so strange. It is. And I can't believe they pushed through with WrestleMania. I didn't watch it, but I know they did. And it's just, the crowd is part of the spectacle. And without them, even with UFC, there's no energy. It's just weird. Danny says the contact from punches and kicks sounds so much better without the crowd. I bet. Yeah, because you can hear the pop. Lanky says, which would you live without, Lord of the Rings or Batman Begins series? Oh, that's a tough one. I would say I can live without Batman Begins. I take it back, Lord of the Rings. I can live without Lord of the Rings, yeah. And Lanky, you're trying to get me in trouble here, man. Asmus likes me. I feel like Batman Begins is the best trilogy of all time, though. That's just me. I know we have different tastes. Some people like Star Wars. Alabama says the kicks are ruthless, scary sounding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the mics picks it up more without the man, the shin kicks. I had one of those, and I didn't know that they kick with shin. I always thought they kick with their feet. Boy, that hurts. Yep, Dan says bone on bone. God damn, man. Pretty ruthless. Who's the poster boy of UFC nowadays? I know McGregor has been out for a while. John Jones, he wanted out. Who's the poster boy now? Who's their face? Amanda Nunez? Can she carry the torch? I don't even know anymore. Austin says he loved all diecast figures from Iron Man. Me too, Austin. Gujira, what's up, homie? He ended up picking up Mark 7 and Advanced Suit Spider-Man. Hey, excellent choices, Gujira. Won't regret those. I got both, so Danny says they have none technically. See, that's the problem, Danny. I think you need to have a face in your franchise. Kind of like the LeBron James for the NBA. Maybe Tom Brady for the NFL. I don't know. You got to have somebody to represent your company. And it was McGregor. He was good at mic. He was, good at fighting. He was, he's very limited, but he was, that's when they were hot, when they got Ronda Rousey. And now it's, you don't know. But is there another organization that's like them, though? I don't know. Apex says Khabib. There you go. But when was his last fight? Khabib is always injured too. The one thing with Khabib too is that um he Khabib is a monster, man. It's just that he's not like McGregor, who's interesting, I suppose, or John Jones. You need somebody like a heel, kind of like in wrestling, somebody who would talk. I guess that's a part of it. Khabib is just all work, though. I love Khabib, man. Danny says all their huge pay-per-view makers are out. Ronda, Lesnar, and McGregor. Yep. Yeah. It's just unfortunate. Wyatt says, Alabama Wyatt says, Daddy's sick. You're right. I think he has then he got a stroke or something. Yeah. It sucks. Danny says, now they're just left with real fighters. They don't sell to the larger audience, only to the true fight fans. Yep. You need somebody with a flair, like, he doesn't need to be the best fighter out there. Just somebody who would turn heads, Lenky says, have you seen the picture of the new Arab Stallone as Rambo? There is one? Damn, when is Rambo gonna let go of this? eBay sellers be like, pay $1,500 for this diecast Iron Man. And Austin is like, why does Hot Toy Hawkeye figures looks Asian? I don't know, Austin. He looks pretty good to me. David says Max Holloway. Yeah, good point. I like Max Holloway too. But didn't he just lost too recently? So there's really no guy right now. Oh, John says, did you guys see the Cletus and Jetta Patrol interview? Always can expect beef in this community. That was funnier than hell. Hell yeah, John. I was watching it. That was funny. He hasn't responded though, Jetta, right? Or did he? I don't really watch most of his videos, but did he respond at all, John? That would be funny if he did. Sugar Sean O'Malley. True, Alabama. I was hoping for Johnny Walker to step up because Johnny Walker had the style, he got the looks, but he got beaten though by I forgot his name, Anderson. There you go, Dave. Israel Adesanya. He's the next big thing. I was hoping he'd fight John Jones, but I guess that's not going to happen now. Yep, you're right. You're right, Dave. Israel Adesanya. He needs some big fights though. He did fight Silva, but he was like older. One that would put him on the map would be John Jones or somebody with a big name. See, Israel Adesanya, he reminds me of Triple G. He hasn't really, I wouldn't say he hasn't really fought real competition because that's unfair to Israel. Triple G didn't face a real one up until Canelo. When he faced Canelo, that's still up in the air though. Because Canelo won both fights, but did he really won both fights? Yeah, you can make an argument, I suppose. But Triple G and Adesanya, I put him in the same category. John says, no, he doesn't say a word. Oh, I guess with Jetta. Austin says Jetta Patrol's voice is annoying. Alabama says Robert Whitaker. He lost, right? Where did he lose? Who did he lose to? I think Adesanya. Yep, Adesanya. Yep, Whitaker. But you know what, Alabama? I don't know. I never really considered Whitaker, the guy though. I mean, I guess. Yeah, but he got destroyed by Adesanya. Dave says he knocked out Whitaker and beat Romero. Yeah, I guess those are pretty big fights. Romero's, dude, that guy is not aging, man. He's like 43. I didn't know that, but guy looks ripped as hell. All right, Lanky says gonna see you later and send some photos. Sounds good, man. All right. You know what? Guys, it's like an hour 30. I wasn't even like planning on doing this, but yeah. So if you guys have time, check us out on Saturday. I'm going with a Collecting Weekly, guys. Probably at around 10 p.m., kind of like today. So, all right. So I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you for participating in the chat. I appreciate that. You guys are my co-host as always. Keep the chat flowing. All right. So I'll see you guys hopefully Saturday, and have a good night.